Yo, what's up? I'm Mr. Dave, and welcome to Jazz in the World of Black American Music. This video is our first episode in a series that will talk about what jazz is and the effect it has had on our society. We'll talk about the musicians that have made significant contributions to the music and the historical context that allow jazz to exist.
Excuse me, I've been in the 7th grade for a couple months now, and I don't know if I can really trust you. I don't think you really know too much about jazz because, jazz is for old people. So, you're a young guy, so why should I even trust you?
Listen, I want you to know that Mr. Dave ain't no chump. I'm a jazz musician, composer, and educator that has had the chance to play all over the world because of something that I love so deeply. I've gotten the opportunity to study at excellent schools like New England Conservatory and the Juilliard School, and have learned firsthand from some of the most outstanding jazz musicians that have ever lived. Now I want to teach you what I know. Let's get started. I want you to take a second and answer these questions for me. Why do you listen to music? Any music, it doesn't have to be jazz. Where do you think jazz was created? Take a second to pause the video. To understand where Black American music comes from, we have to go back a couple hundred years to know where it all started. Let's go back in time about 700 years ago to West Africa. In West Africa during this time, there were hundreds of kingdoms and nations. For today, we're just going to talk about the Mali Empire and the Oyo Empire. In the Mali Empire, there were kings and queens that would travel throughout the nation, and they needed a way to announce their arrival to a city. So they would use a drum called the Gembe as a form of communication to tell that the king was coming. In many West African cultures, drums and rhythm were used as a form of communication. So when we listen to the djembe, think about how it would announce the arrival of royalty. Let's listen to how the djembe sounds. Another instrument that exemplifies rhythm as a form of communication is the talking drum. Now, this instrument is so significant to my culture because, my family is from Nigeria and they're of the Yoruba tribe, which is a descendant of the Oyo Empire. Now, the talking drum has the significance in my family because my mom actually got to experience it firsthand. She told me the story of how her grandmother was having this celebration and these talking drummers came to meet her. And she could hear clearly on the drum the name of her grandmother come out. This instrument's really special. So now I want to show you a video of a master drummer. His name's Bisi Adeleke. So let's take a listen. So now it's time for us to make music together. You don't have to be a master drummer to make music. All you need is your hands. So I'm going to teach you something called call and response. This is so important to African music and all of Black American musical forms like the blues, jazz, funk, and so much more. So this is very easy. All you need to do is repeat after me. I'll clap a rhythm, listen to it, and you just try to copy as best as you can. Ready? Here we go. Alright, you guys are already on your way to becoming master musicians. Now, I'll see you on the next episode of Jazz and the World of Black American Music.